Hello, 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 and welcome to the Coaches Lounge. You are here, yours truly, Barbara J. Beckley. If you're here, you are at the Coaches Lounge. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time every time I have this show. I always tell myself, I ask people, I say, okay, Barbara, why do you create certain things, right? Why you create certain shows, podcasts, whatever in life, right? Well, this particular show is special to me because it highlights the wonderful coaches, educators, mentors that are helping you get to the next level in your life. They're always behind the scene most of the time, right? A lot of times, how people say, "Oh, I rose up in my life, and I'm doing what I do in my business and stuff." And I'm like, well, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, can you give some love to some of those coaches that have been with you over and over and over again? That had to remind you that you can do it, that gave you tips, that gave you tools, that stayed with you constantly over and over and over again. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about how you got the boxer and then you got the coach. You can do it. Hey, go there, go right, go left. This is what we do as coaches in people's lives. So I wanted to make sure I gave a spotlight, gave a home for coaches to make sure that we get to know them. You get to know their personality, and then just maybe, you can reach out to them and they can either help you or help somebody that you know. So this particular, every time I have the women on, I call the women queens, and they're queens, even if they can't see their crown, it's up there. This wonderful queen I had on, like we were just talking a minute ago, it's been over a year, too long. And I am so glad to bring her back because she is power packed, lady. I'm telling you, when it comes to health, when it comes to understanding your body, when it comes to diagnosing certain things, when it comes to just loving on you and your body, she is the ultimate coach and just a mentor and just a wonderful person. A lot of times just having that vibe with that one person that you can tell and you can feel that energy from them that is really positive, you can't help but sign up with them. You can't. It's just magnet. So Mrs. Queen Terrell Salley Holliman, she is basically, she transforms women professional from being embarrassed about health conditions and a diagnostic to become empowered, healthier lifestyle. Now, who would not want to be that, right? We all have our struggles. I know I have mine. You have yours in all different capacities, but she will come in and help you in that sector of your life. So we're going to be doing a little sponsor, and then we'll be right back, and we will be talking to this wonderful queen. Barbara J. Beckley, and I'm a visibility and social media strategist. Hi, yes, she's here.
It's me. I'm here.
Hello, lady. You're family to me. I just love you. I always watch you. You're on LinkedIn, just firing it up when it comes to the health sector and helping women, just helping in general, giving those tips. And just really, one thing I love about when you're a coach, you're a leader. It's an instant leadership. So you do the work and you show it. So, and that's what I love about you. It's like you said, we're going to take action. We're going to do what we got to do. I'm going to show you what's needed. I'm going to show you what my lifestyle was before and now. And to me, that's just credibility all over. That's just lighting you up. So thank you for being who you are. And thank you for coming back on the Coaches Lounge.
No, well, thank you, first of all, Barbara, for having me. And thank you for making and creating a platform where coaches, regardless of what area they are expertise in, as we say, right, that they can come here and really share with the world through you. So thank you so much for doing that. And so excited to be back.
I know. I feel like a little party. I need to play some music or something.
I
Welcome
know, right?
back. So, lady, thank you for that because like I said earlier, it is important. A lot of times we don't get. Well, I'm just gonna be honest, put it out there, right? Get the love because I know everybody's doing their thing, and then I'm like, okay, well, it took not just you, and that's okay because I feel like even coaches need coaches. So I mean, I have coaches. I know you have coaches. We all have coaches to help each other out when we're trying to get in that next lane in our lives. So it's important to spotlight and get to know who these wonderful people, these behind the scenes, just doing their stuff with somebody. So I want to go into, because I mean, it's been a while, but if you could touch on just a little bit how you became this amazing queen that we truly love. And then we want to get into some good stuff regarding the health stuff that you do.
Oh, okay. So most people know me as Coach T with the red glasses, which I have on my red today.
Love it, love it,
Girl,
love
I
it.
got like 10, I got like 10 pair of red glasses alone.
That's the
But
brand.
that's my brand. But I'm affectionately known as Coach T, so it's a lot easier for people to remember. But I have to tell you this. I kind of stumbled into doing health coaching only because my intention when you're little and you want to do all the things was to be a CPA, go into accounting and finance and run a company of female CPAs. However, God did not have that in his plan because I got diagnosed about 30 years ago with something called systemic lupus that really took a lot out of me in terms of fatigue and pain, and just my lifestyle totally went upside down. As I came through that that whirlwind, I would say, I was able to then find a way to get rid of all the weight I gained because I was in denial. So I gained like 100 pounds. And as a result of those 100 pounds, I kind of had to figure out a way to survive. I had to figure out a way to thrive. And my rheumatologist at the time said, if you don't make a change, you will die. And that's when I knew that I had to do something. He was very, very blunt. And he said it just like that. You will die if you do not change your eating, if you do not help me navigate this condition you have. Your kids won't have a mom, and your husband won't have a wife. So that's
Wow.
when Terrell said, okay, I better do something.
Well, yeah. I mean, he didn't sugarcoat. He was like, "This is it. Now, what are you gonna do?" Wow.
Exactly. So I went on this journey to find ways to, kind of figure it out. So I started just working out. I said, let me just go to a gym. And then I lost like 50 pounds in 18 months. I had already started eating a lot differently. We had cut out the red meats and things of that nature. I was just eating turkey, fish, and chicken. And then my husband found a book called Eat for Your Blood Type. And we started playing around with it, but we weren't serious. Okay, we weren't serious about it. We just played around with it. We were like, oh, this don't really work. But in the meantime, my doctor says, oh, that's nice. You got rid of 50 pounds, but you need something more. So he decided that I needed to go to Weight Watchers.
Mm.
Great program, lost the other 50 from them, and then they hired me because of my success. And I
What?
worked for them for 8 years. And that's when I got the bug to say, ooh, I really like coaching. I really like helping people like this. So that's how my life started changing from like being in the finance area all the way over to health coaching.
I mean, yeah. When you said the accounting, I was like, okay. And then now you're in the health. I was like, whoa, that was a different leap. But like you said, Queen, you never know your journey of where
You
you're gonna
don't.
be. And then you sometimes it's like you went from here to here. It's like, what? Well, there was a circumstances, something like you said with your own health. And I'm just again, I have to just commend you for that because a lot of times, especially when I know doctors, they will do that. My doctor does the same thing. It's like, okay, Bob, you don't do this, it was gonna happen to you. I'm like, you're not gonna, the bedside manner. He said, no, we had time for the bedside manner. We need to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, that's
and he
right.
he just was boom. So when you said that, when your daughter told you that, I was like, "Ooh, they sound like brothers." Like, whoa. But you know what? That's a caring. That's the tough love, and I'm glad he gave you that tough love because you're here now. Not only you helped yourself, within your own family, like you said, to be here still, but you're helping so many other people live. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. That is amazing, lady. Amazing. Please always give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
So with that, I know, it, like I said before, it comes to work. I mean, it didn't take 2 or 3 days to, like you said, to lose 400 pounds. And then on top of that, you went to Weight Watchers. All of a sudden, they love you so much. You became the coach over there. And then from that point, you said, okay, let me do my own thing. And this is what you're doing right now for some, especially for women. It sounds like you're really helping a lot of women out.
Yes, women. Yeah, that's my area of focus is women. Nothing against our men because we have beautiful kings out there, but I know for me it's the women. I understand what they're going through. I've been through everything, every emotion they're dealing with a diagnosis or some kind of chronic health condition. And it doesn't matter if it's from hypertension all the way to cancer. I have felt all the feelings. And I feel, with my journey and my testimony, that I can definitely help women really restore their vitality and transform their lives in terms of their health because of using the blood type way of living. It's definitely helped me, and I've helped so many other people do the same thing. And as a result, last year, my book came out because I wrote literally my story. That's why it's called Embarrassed to Empower. Yep, the book is right there. Embarrassed to Empower, a healing lupus story. And so far, I've been getting such wonderful feedback from folks that have read it already. I've heard I cried. Some people tell me they cried, they laughed. They didn't realize that they need to start persevering in their life and how they need to make changes. One person said that it's just motivating her to know that she has to really get serious with her health because she has some health challenges. There are people that are dealing with the condition that seeing themselves in my book. So now they're taking the steps to heal themselves too. So that's really what the book is for. It wasn't so much because my husband asked me that question. He said, why did you write this book? Did you want to be a bestseller? I said, no, I wrote the book because I know the word has to get out. The message has to get out that this particular or any kind of chronic health disease does not define you. It's not like I'm walking around with the stamp on my head that says systemic lupus. That is not me. That's not my identity. My identity actually is in Christ. So I know that I can help. I know that I have a gift and a talent, and that's what my purpose is to let women know they can make changes. They can get healthy and they can live a prosperous life.
I love it. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're so sincere, and I love how you brought out that, the main person is Jesus. I mean, I believe in Jesus and God too. So we're in that sector right there.
Yes, that's right.
Always knowing your purpose, and it comes from above. And, you got to listen to that because that's what's there. God is leading us and guiding us to help others in certain situations. And in your case, is in the health sector for women. And a lot of times, us as women, and I'm glad that you for us because we become this busy bees, which, I understand you're trying to build your empire and you're trying to, do what you do in your life and everything with family and then business. And then sometimes some people working and, corporate, all this stuff going on. And then we forget about ourselves and our health. And I'm saying that because I've been there, sometimes still there. I'm just going to put it out there. People know me. I don't play. I don't beat around the bush. I just say what I have to say, especially about me. And if it helps somebody else, just like you did in your book, Queen, that's what we do. So with that, I know you mentioned about the blood type and the mindset with kingdom principles. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. So I always believe, like you said, it is a mindset. And I want you to talk a little bit about that because I know you work with women with that regarding to the health eating, because I always say when somebody says, well, okay, you're 50 pounds over. Okay, that's just the symptom right there. We got to dig a little deeper on why. Somebody told me a long time ago, Queen, for myself, that because I kept saying, I said, I don't eat a lot. I don't understand. I don't like cookies. I don't do none of that kind of stuff. The chips, none of that kind of, sometimes I starve myself. I mean, I hate to say it, sometimes I eat one meal a day. So I used to be always like that. why all of a sudden I'm just all this puffy all of a sudden, getting, I call it puffy. And they told me, they said, sometimes it's not just an eating habit, Barbara. Sometimes your weight can be because of stress. Maybe, somewhere down the line, you're stressed out or depression. She said, you got to dig deep. So I want to ask you that question, Coach, that, does it always have to be the food, and it's about the mindset of it?
That's a great point you made. Excuse me. Because I help women with regard to stress. Stress is a killer. Let's face it. We're in a world that unfortunately is very broken. And we take on, as women, we take on all of this, because we got all the hats, like you said. We're business owners, we're working, we're moms, we're wives, we're teachers, we're, in the church, we're ministers, we got so many titles, we're the doctors to the kids, we're doing so many things. And that stress alone of you trying to handle all of this, quote unquote, by yourself is putting angst on the body. And a lot of times for some women, they're dealing with trauma and unresolved rooted issues. And that's what I like to really dig into. I have a one-on-one program that's very, very deep, like 12 months to work with me. But we really work on what is really causing you to do the things you do or say the things you do. Because sometimes it's from generations of tradition that we've seen our parents do, and we didn't realize that we're doing it now too. I remember, just kind of share really quickly, someone had mentioned to me before that their mom was always working. Okay. Their mom had two jobs, so they thought that's what they should be doing. But that is literally breaking down her body because her body wasn't getting enough rest. Sleep has a lot to do with your weight. If you're not sleeping, 7 to 8 hours, I mean, REM sleep, deep sleep, your body is still considered up. And for some women, they are up, they go downstairs, they get something out of the refrigerator because they're just like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then they're coming back upstairs, going back to sleep. Or before you go to sleep, you're still on your devices and the body's not able to calm itself down. So it's still revving up in your head. And you think about all the things I got to do tomorrow. You're not really, really sleeping. So the body doesn't have a time to rejuvenate itself, for one. And organs are still like, going crazy. So that's another reason for us keeping the weight on. Cholesterol, the hormones, especially if you're a certain type of blood type A and type B, when you're stressed, then the cortisol levels go really, really high if you don't keep your stress levels low. So that also keeps weight on you, especially around the belly, right? So there are a lot of reasons for this. There's no one set formula. I'm just here to guide that person. I call myself the facilitator. I call myself, I was just saying to a friend of mine, I just did a speech, a speaking event about a month ago. And I said, when I thought about it, I said, I used to be the hope dealer, but now I'm the hope leader. I said, I'm the hope leader because I'm healing other people every day.
Yes.
I'm giving them hope that they can do this too.
I
And
love
you
that.
can, you really can. So it really starts with, writing down, okay, what is really going on in my life? What am I doing each and every day that's stopping me from getting to the next thing? What can I do today to help my tomorrow? It's really what we're working on, right?
Yes. Ooh, I love it. Yes. I love the new, the hope. Yeah. Cause I always tell people, I'm telling you and all the other queens that I meet about your lighthouse to the world. You are definitely a lighthouse to the world because you're bringing them back to who they are and really letting them understand what really is going on in their lives, and then giving them hope to say, you know what, we can figure this out. And I love how you said you're like the facilitator for people, because we need somebody to bring it out of us. We don't need to do that top layer. We need to, I always tell people, dig, 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 dig. And I know sometimes you be like, but I don't want to dig. It hurts. I don't want to say certain things. I don't want to, say that I'm this or I'm doing it. You know what? You need to, so you can get to the bottom of it. And then at that time, Coach T, I like Coach T too. She can help you now, instead of this, this one layer that we still don't understand. And, I was interested in how you talk about the blood type, because I never thought of it, that, it starts there. You need to kind of know that part of it and to get into everything else.
Exactly, exactly. And I was just thinking when you said dig deeper, when we go get our feet and our nails done, especially our feet, right? The ladies that are servicing, they dig deep into the nail and they taking all the crevices off. That's what we have to do in terms of our health. Everything in our health is connected. I do on Tuesdays a LinkedIn audio event, something with health. This month I'm working on speaking about dis-ease, especially with the topic of lupus. However, I was just thinking about that because, when we are talking about health, health includes our emotions, mental, social, spiritual, physical. It's connecting our finances, right? It's connecting our relationships. It's connecting our home life, our work style, our business. All of these things are encompassing in our health. And that's what I like to talk about. That's what I address. So in my book, I go through all of that. People are really seeing the inside of me and I was very vulnerable in my book. That's why people said they were crying. Some people I have one of my friends that's the pastor at my church. He said, Terrell, I only got to chapter 4 because this is a lot for me to deal with you knowing
Wow.
you. He said, you're powerful. He said, you really laid it on the line with really sharing exactly what you were dealing with. And I wanted people to understand the depth of
Mhm.
what a woman goes through in this process, from the fact that, getting diagnosed, they didn't know for months for me, and there are women still not diagnosed after years of
Yeah.
dealing with the condition, so, and that's probably another book because I have at least 3 or 4 books in me to
Oh
write
yeah.
still.
Volume
you know,
2, 3, 4. Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. So look for that, to come. But it's just showing me that, someone said that same word to me too, that I'm a lighthouse, and we know in a lighthouse, when the ships are crashing, right, or it's dark outside, you can see that lighthouse. You can kind of follow and,
Yeah.
and make your way. And I like to think of it that way. That that God has inspired me enough through the Holy Spirit to be able to use my talents and my gifts that He's given me to help all these women to follow and find their way to the lighthouse. So now they have hope. Now they can go out and be a lighthouse to their families and their friends and their circles and stuff like that, right? So that's what I'm thinking.
Yes. See, that's why we yes, we think the same way, Queen, and that's what I talk about with the lighthouse. So you got it, you hit it, and you did that definition well, because we are, we, after we get to where we need to go, then we can give hope. Hopefully, I tell people is that you continue on that process of giving hope to others too, and what you do in your own life, like I tell people. So you're doing it. And one thing I wanted to mention, because I know with time, but I wanted to also to get from you, when you talk about going back to the stress and the chronic conditions for that. And you mentioned how we can prevent DISEs in our body and minds. Can you give a little bit take on that?
Okay, and the reason why I put dis-ease the way I do it, because I want people to understand. I know the word disease, you see that all over the place in the marketplace, but from a principle, kingdom principle, I feel dis-ease means that you're not feeling easy within your body. Most
Mm,
women that I work with, I'm telling you, have some kind of negative connotation over their body. They're saying stuff like, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm gross, I'm unworthy, I'm not enough. Um, I don't like looking in the mirror. I can't fit my clothes. I mean, they're just da 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 da. Why are we saying this to ourselves? That's not bringing ease into the body. You're not helping yourself. Okay. We got to speak life, not death. We're speaking death when we say stuff like that, right? So that's why I
mm,
put the words as dis ease. We wanted more ease in our lives. And the more we recognize how to work with eating foods that give us life, right?
mm,
That rejuvenates your cells and help the muscle tissues and boost your immune system, you're going to get healed and whole.
mm,
One of my principles and this is my favorite Bible verse that I use as a basis of my work in terms of the blood type and the coaching and the speaking and the book and all that stuff, is First Corinthians 6:19 and 20, and it says, or do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit
Mhm.
who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own. Okay,
Yeah.
these bodies are temporary. Okay, so we as children of the Most High, for the believers that know, we these bodies are special. You know, each one that is developed is special, and we are giving back glory to God by having our bodies honor Him in what we eat, what we speak, what we drink, how we think, right? And then the next verse is, "For you were bought at a price."
Nice.
He was on the cross for us, right? So therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. So
Mhm.
those are that's like the foundation of
Mhm.
my health, you know, my
No,
health
that's
business,
good.
my coaching business, my speaking, all of that is because we're honoring our bodies to Him. And when we do that, we bring more ease into our lives. And once your health is like really where you would like it to be, you'll see the transformation in your life. You'll see your relationships develop a lot better. You are more forgiving, right? You're more
Mhm.
honest, you're more transparent, you're more at ease and calm with your body. And as a result of that, the body starts functioning the way it's supposed to function, right?
Mhm.
We're not supposed to have this disease in our bodies. You
Mhm.
know, that's not our portion. Our
Mhm.
portion is not sickness or illness. Our portion is wellness and wholeness. And that's what I'm here to give up to other people, to other women. Sorry, just hit I'm really going off here. I'm just hitting my computer like, yeah, we all in church right now, right? So,
Woo, I'm
you
loving
know,
it. But I was thinking when you did the scripture about, because you, like you said, the temple, God gave us this temple and we need to honor that. And when we honor that with really understanding, our health better, with you being, part of that, because you're coaching, you're helping other women, how they always say we should be praising God all the time.
oh, yes,
We
all the
should
time.
be giving all the time. When you said that with the temple, with our temple, that's praising God when we keep it up. That's praising God when we're
Amen.
saying,
Amen.
making sure that, the disease, like you said, all that shouldn't be in us. I believe that's really praising God as well. Yes. That
Yes,
just really hit
absolutely.
me strong in my mind when you said that. And I was like, ooh, because,
Yeah,
it's easy to say, oh, hallelujah, we be doing that. But are you praising God within the temple that He gave you? Are you taking care of that? Are you the caretaker of your body? And you're praising
right.
God for it. Yeah.
And you think about it, when you take care of your body and honor Him in that way, how many more people are you helping because of that?
Mm,
Because, if you are sick and ill and you're on medication or you're in the hospital for several months because of your condition,
mm,
who are you helping when you're laying in that hospital bed, not able to do what He wants for you, right? So if we keep our health together, now we can spread the joy and the peace and the love and the calmness of what we're supposed to do on this earth. That's the way I feel about it, you
ooh.
know.
And when you say it all like that, Queen, that's like period. You know how people, you don't have nothing else to say. It's like that's period. Period. Oh my God, lady. I see. That's why we last time we talked, I said I need to bring you back. See, now this is again. You do this to me all the time. Because I just love hearing you. I love what you're doing, and you just have a wonderful spirit about you, and you're just helping so many. And I just commend you for that. But I want to make sure that you give some love. Before we sign off, 30 seconds. I'm going to take myself down so I can just whoop, and I want you to just give some any kind of other wonderful gold nuggets that you have. I'll be right back.
Hey, my friends, whether you're a king or queen here today, I just want to let you know, don't beat yourself up. If you don't feel that right now you have not improved your health to where you are, don't beat yourself up. You can start again. Start with a decision. Keep the dedication to the process and be determined and disciplined to walk it out. Because if you quit, your breakthrough will not happen. So we don't want to quit. We want to go forward and improve each step, each moment with the grace of God to move you forward. And I really appreciate this time with you today. And I pray that I am the hope leader for you in the future so that you can be the best improved person that you want to be in all the facets of your health. And I thank you so much.
Oh, I just want to give you a hug. Thank you so much, lady. You are always, you are family on family, you're royalty family here. So that means you are always welcome to come. If even if you want to do like a 25-minute, little webinar, whatever you want to do here,
Okay.
that's something we can talk about. And because people really need to get this and understand. And like you said, we're temples. We need to honor our temples. And that's what God has given us, because this is it. I always tell people, you let this run down, it will run down if you let it.
That's
really,
right. We only got one. You only got one.
So you keep that one going and going well. So with that, please reach out to this wonderful lady. She's a queen of queens. Her book, Explosive, please make sure you get a copy of that. You really get to know her even more, and you really understand her heart when it comes to helping others, especially other women, empower in their bodies and their health. So with that said, we just want to say thank you so much for coming on. If you are a coach, a mentor, or educator, and you want that spotlight so people can understand who you are, just call on me. Just reach out to me, and we'll get you on the calendar. And again, Queen, we will see you soon. I know we will see. I'm putting that out there. We'll see you soon. And again, as I tell people, please make sure that your purpose that you have in you is shining, because as I said in this whole interview, you are all lighthouses to the world when you shine not only your light in you, but you shine it for others. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Introducing the Diamond Factor Network, where we turn your business into a beacon of success. Imagine having your TV streaming show reaching audiences far and wide. It's possible with the Diamond Factor Network. Unlock the power of your brand with our state-of-the-art TV streaming platform. Your show, your way. Feature highlights, customized shows, global reach, and professional support. Coaching by Barbara J. Beckley, purpose, visibility, and social media strategist. Ready to elevate your brand? Join the Diamond Factor Network today and let your brilliance light up the world. Shine bright, because your success is our priority.